JKR അക്കാഡമിയിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി സ്വാഗതം. ആദ്യം തന്നെ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾ ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ചാനൽ കാണുന്നതെങ്കിലോ ഇതുവരെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല എങ്കിലോ ഇന്ന് തന്നെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ബെൽ ബട്ടൺ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ മാത്രമേ ഞാൻ ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ അപ്പോൾ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷനിൽ ലഭ്യമാവുകയുള്ളൂ. നാളെ കേരള ബാങ്ക് ക്ലർക്ക് പരീക്ഷ നടക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണല്ലേ. അതിനുവേണ്ടി തയ്യാറെടുക്കുന്ന ഉദ്യോഗാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് കണ്ടുള്ള 100 പ്രീവിയസ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനുകളാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. നമുക്ക് റിവിഷൻ ക്ലാസ് ആണ് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. എല്ലാവരും കൃത്യമായിട്ട് ക്ലാസ്സുകളെല്ലാം തന്നെ കാണണം. ക്ലാസ്സുകളെല്ലാം തന്നെ പ്ലേലിസ്റ്റ് അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് കിടക്കാം. ആദ്യത്തെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നോക്കാം. Which is the monthly journal published by Kyer Board? Which is the monthly journal published by Kyer Board? Kyer News ആണ് correct answer. അടുത്ത question. In a joint stock company, the balance sheet is prepared in the order of permanence. In a joint stock company, the balance sheet is prepared in the order of permanence. അടുത്ത question. In a joint deposit account, nomination facilities are available to. In a joint deposit account, nomination facilities are available to no nominee. Other question. Current ration shows the dash of a business concern. Current ration shows the liquidity position of a business concern. Current ration shows the liquidity position of a business concern. Other question. The Credit Information Act was passed in May 2005. Other question. RBI use dash tool when it feels there is too much money floating in the banking system. RBI use dash tool when it feels there is too much money floating in the banking system. Reverse repo. RBI use reverse repo tool when it feels there is too much money floating in the banking system. Other question. A check bearing the same date as the date of drawing is called duly dated or current dated check. A check bearing the same date as the date of drawing is called duly dated or current dated check. Other question. CBSR represents Committee on Banking Sector Reforms. Committee on Banking Sector Reforms. Other question. India's first credit rating agency is ഏതാണ്? സിബിൽ ആണ്. India's first credit rating agency is സിബിൽ. അടുത്ത question. Dash are also known as site drafts. Demand draft are also known as site drafts. അടുത്ത question. Admission of members and allotment of shares is the legitimate duty of managing committee. Admission of members and allotment of shares is the legitimate duty of managing committee. Other question. The practice of authorizing two persons for the safe custody of cash and valuable is known as a double lock system. The practice of authorizing two persons for the same custody of cash and valuable is known as a double lock system. Other question. Saharana Samdam is the publication of Kerala Primary Cooperative Society Staff Association. Saharana Samdam is the publication of Kerala Primary Cooperative Society Staff Association. Other question. Which is the first Fishers Cooperative Society? Which is the first Fishers Cooperative Society? Pudupalli Teeradesha Malsya Vaivasya Cooperative Society. Which is the first Fishers Cooperative Society? Pudupalli Teeradesha Malsya Vaivasya Cooperative Society. Other question. Dash is called a one-stop service in bank. Dash is called a one-stop service in bank. Teller system is called a one-stop service in a bank. Other question. Investment banks are first organized by Germany. Investment banks are first organized by Germany. Other question. Active deposits is another name for secondary deposits. Active deposits is another name of secondary deposits. Other question. Rule 101 of Kerala State Cooperative Societies Act 1969 deals with the maintenance of register. Rule 101 maintenance of register. Other question. When bank charge is debited by bank OD increase. When bank charge is debited by bank OD increase. അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ICA shifted its headquarters to Geneva in the year 1982. ICA shifted its headquarters to Geneva in the year 1982. അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ The Prime Minister scheme bank account for all ഏതാണ് ജൻധൻ യോജന 2014. The Prime Minister scheme bank account for all ജൻധൻ യോജന 2014. അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ Dash is a poverty eradication project officially launched in the state on May 1998. Kudumbasri is a poverty eradication project officially launched in the state on May 1998. Other question. Dash is one which is specialized in financing foreign exchange in a country. Exchange bank is one which specialized in financing foreign exchange in a country. Other question. General lien is defined in Indian Contract Act. General lien is defined in Indian Contract Act. Six banks were nationalized on for 15 April 1980. 15 April 1980. Dash was the chairman of the committee appointed by Lord Curzon for the enactment of first Cooperative Societies Act. Sir Edward Law was the chairman of the committee appointed by Lord Curzon for the enactment of first Cooperative Societies Act. Object of enactment of the second Cooperative Societies Act is for the promotion of dash and dash type of societies, non-credit and federal type of societies. Cooperation became a provisional subject under Dash Act. Mortgage Chelmsford Administrative Reforms Act 1919. Cooperation became a provisional subject under Dash Act. Mortgage Chelmsford Administrative Reforms Act 1919. The three important documents which governs the life and activities of cooperative institutions are Act, Rule and Bylaw. Act, Rule and Bylaw. Application form registration shall be made in dash in form number, in duplicate in form number 1. Application for registration shall be made in duplicate in form number 1. The security with regard to the area of operation of a society is done as per section 7(1)(c). The scrutiny with regard to the area of operation of a society is done as per section 7(1)(c). The scrutiny with regard to the area of operation of a society is done as per section 7(1)(c). The competent authority to make model bylaws for each class of society is RCS. The competent authority to make model bylaws for each class of society is RCS. No member shall be eligible to continue to be a member is he is not using the service of the society for dash consecutive years. 2 consecutive years. The most important book maintained by a society is minutes book. The most important book maintained by the society is minutes book. Appointment of nominees in the case of apex societies is made by government. Appointment of nominees in the case of apex society is made by government. A committee is removed from office by registrar is known as a supersection. A committee is removed from office by registrar is known as a supersection. A member of superintendent committee is disqualified to contest in an election for 2 consecutive terms. 2 consecutive terms. The dash will have all the characteristics of a valid mortgage. The Gehan will have all the characteristics of a valid mortgage. The registrar maintained by salary disbursing officer containing the details of recovery and remittance shall be in form number 11. Form number 11. In the absence of paying education funds, the chief executive shall pay penal interest dash on default amount. 8% on default amount. അടുത്ത question. Loans from consortium lending scheme is provided it to societies for. Loans from consortium lending scheme is provided to societies for infrastructure development to societies. Infrastructure development to societies. അടുത്ത question. The quantum of bad debt is fixed by. The quantum of bad debt is fixed by auditor. അടുത്ത question. The scheme for helping the members who died within the repayment period of such loan. Cooperative risk fund scheme. The scheme for helping the members who died within the repayment period of such loan. Cooperative risk fund scheme. അടുത്ത question. Employees contribution to PF is 10% of basic pay. Employees contribution to PF is 10% of basic pay. Fluid resources are maintained as per the direction of government. Fluid resources are maintained as per the direction of government. An administrative committee is appointed for a period of 6 months. An administrative committee is appointed for a period of 6 months. The qualification and experience of auditors are stated in Rule 64A. Rule 64A, the qualification and experience of auditors. The woman member is Rochdale Equitable Pioneer Society's Antu-Tail. The woman member is Rochdale Equitable Pioneer Society is Antu-Tail. The common liquidation fund shall be maintained by. The common liquidation fund shall be maintained by assistant registrar. Before enforcement of charge, the RCS shall issue notice to the defaulter to make the payment within 30 days. 30 days. Short-term loans give for periods ranging 1 day to 14 days. Money at call. Short-term loans give for periods ranging 1 day to 14 days. Money at call. A letter of credit is issued by a bank on the request of importers bank. A letter of credit is issued by bank on the request of importers bank. Where was the origin of Folk High School? Denmark. Where was the origin of Folk High School? Denmark. Extraordinary payments offered by companies to executives in connection with the ownership to persuade them to stay with the firm. Golden parachute. Golden parachute. Dash is a method of debt collection by business establishments. Factoring. Factoring is a method of debt collection by business establishments. The statement sent by the consignor to the consignee is known as a performa invoice. The statement sent by the consignor to the consignee is known as a performa invoice. Marking of a check means good for payment. Good for payment. The process of converting one national currency into another is called foreign exchange. The process of converting one national currency into another is called foreign exchange. Cooperation today and tomorrow was written by Paul Roy. Cooperation today and tomorrow was written by Paul Roy. Dash means a person holding a decree. Decree holder. Decree holder means a person holding decree. Dash balance in cash book indicates deposit balance. Debit balance in cash book indicates deposit balance. In which case drawee and acceptor is the same. Bill of exchange. In which case drawee and acceptor is same. Bill of exchange. The resolution for amendment of bylaw shall be sent to the registrar within 1 month. The resolution for amendment of bylaw shall be sent to the registrar within 1 month. Nutrico is related to Malsefed. Nutrico is related to Malsefed. Golden years of God's own country is the logo of handicraft. Golden years of God's own country is the logo of handicraft. Right of loans is made under section 74F. Right of loans is made under section 74F. Loan account is a dash account. Personal account. Loan account is a personal account. The mortgage of movable property to secure loan is a hypothecation. The mortgage of movable property to secure loan is a hypothecation. അടുത്ത question. Cooperative societies receiving this deposit shall keep fluid resources as per dash KCS Act. KCS Act. അടുത്ത question. The cattle breeding cooperative society of Denmark is called Bull Club. The cattle breeding cooperative society of Denmark is called Bull Club. അടുത്ത question. Clerical errors are also called technical errors. Clerical errors are also called technical errors. The return evidence for payment of cash is called voucher. The return evidence for payment for cash is called voucher. അടുത്ത question. The payment of promissory note is made by the maker. The payment of promissory note is made by the maker. അടുത്ത question. Who introduced the banking ombudsman scheme? RBI. RBI introduced the banking ombudsman scheme. അടുത്ത question. Bills receivable, bills payable accounts are real accounts. Bills receivable, bills payable accounts are real accounts. അടുത്ത question. Due by account is liability to the society. Due by account is liability to the society. അടുത്ത question. A certificate of protest is issued by notary public. A certificate of protest is issued by notary public. അടുത്ത question. The discount column of 3-column cash book records cash discount. The discount column of 3-column cash book records cash discount. അടുത്ത question. The site bill is another name for demand bill. Site bill is another name for demand bill. അടുത്ത question. The rainbow emblem was suggested by Bernardo. The rainbow emblem was suggested by Bernardo. അടുത്ത question. Dash banks are called romance of cooperation. Urban banks are called romance of cooperation. അടുത്ത question. Expenditure to keep assets in good condition. Revenue. Revenue expenditure to keep assets in a good condition. അടുത്ത question. Indian urban banks indebted to Dash committee. McLagan committee. Indian urban banks indebted to McLagan committee. അടുത്ത question. Active price policy first introduced in the country Sweden. Active price policy first introduced in the country Sweden. അടുത്ത question. Capex is the apex federation of cashew crops. Capex is the apex federation of cashew crops. അടുത്ത question. National Cooperative Bank of India was recommendation of Khusru committee. National Cooperative Bank of India was a recommendation of Khusru committee. അടുത്ത question. Indosys project was started at Mattupatti. Indosys project was started at Mattupatti. അടുത്ത question. Rectifying entries are passed through journal proper. Rectifying entries are passed through journal proper. അടുത്ത question. The right to retain the goods and securities till the payment of debt. Lien. Milkvita is associated with Bangladesh. Milkvita is associated with Bangladesh. അടുത്ത question. Dash is a penalty charge for dishonoring the bill. Nothing charges. Nothing charges is a penalty charge for dishonoring the bill. അടുത്ത question. Who recommended MPCS in India? Saraiya committee. Saraiya committee. അടുത്ത question. The auditor of a multi-state cooperative society is appointed by central registrar. അടുത്ത question. Which is the first RRB in India? Pradhama Bank Moradabad UP. Pradhama Bank Moradabad UP. Which is the first RRB in India? Pradhama Bank Moradabad UP. അടുത്ത question. Priyadarshini is a dash cooperative. Transport cooperative. Priyadarshini is a transport cooperative. അടുത്ത question. Annual report of a society is approved by general body. അടുത്ത question. Who was known as a poor man's doctor? Who was known as poor man's doctor? William King. അടുത്ത question. The document which contains the terms and conditions of partnership is a partnership deed. The document which contains the terms and conditions of partnership is a partnership deed. അടുത്ത question. A reserve created by showing asset at a lower value and liability at a higher value is a secret reserve. അടുത്ത question. A liability which may or may not arise in the future is called contingent liability. A liability which may or may not arise in the future is called contingent liability. അപ്പോൾ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇഷ്ടമായെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് നിർത്തട്ടെ. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.